Hey guys, it's Nicole, and on my Facebook fan page I asked you guys to ask me some questions if you guys wanted to see a Q&A video. What my kind of plan is right now for Q&As and stuff like that is I want to start doing more of them. They're not going to be as long as my past Q&As, so my past Q&As have usually been just like, you know, there'll be like 2 or 3 parts of the video because they're so long. If you guys are interested in asking us questions, go ahead and like my Facebook fan page because that's where I'm going to be asking you guys to ask me questions. So, first question is, you guys have been MIA for so long. You mentioned feeling a bit homesick and plans to move. Any plans to move back to Idaho, like, eventually? I have been really homesick lately. We don't plan on moving back to Idaho, even though I really miss my family and I really would like to go visit very soon, and I really want to go visit for Christmas, but it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. I, don't plan on moving back to Idaho at all. As of this point, we kind of feel like moving back to Idaho would be a step backwards. We're making more money here. You guys know that the 2 years Sean and I have been together, ever since we were in Idaho, Sean has only had like a couple jobs and they never really last long, and he always had to go through like a temp agency or whatever. Here he got a job like that and he's making more money than he ever was in Idaho. We are definitely making more progress than we ever did in Idaho. It's just so hard being away from my family and, being in this tiny space. I'm just so ready. I thought things were going to happen a lot faster, which is why I think I'm taking it so hard, is because I figured, when I was in Idaho and I was sitting in Idaho thinking about, when we moved to Oregon and blah, 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 I always thought that it was just going to happen so quick. I thought we were going to get jobs, we were going to save up money, we were going to find a place, because right now we are in that spot where we're, able and ready to start looking for apartments. We're in the position to pay for an apartment or a house or whatever, so we're definitely able to do it. We're at that point where we're comfortable, but it's just taking a long time, and I didn't expect that. So, do you plan on having more kids? Yes. I do plan on having more kids. I have actually been having such bad baby fever. It is ridiculous. I have had such bad baby fever for so long, and I just cannot wait to be pregnant. I can't wait to, I can't wait to tell Sean that I'm pregnant, when I do eventually get to that point in my life where I am, gonna have another baby, I can't wait for it. I can't wait to tell Sean's mom that we're gonna have another baby. I know Sean's mom will freak out. She is gonna be that grandma that's like, ah! It's gonna be her very first grandbaby, Aaliyah's her first grandbaby, but her actual first grandbaby, when I have a baby. So I know she's gonna freak out. So yeah, we are definitely planning on having more children. It's kind of ridiculous, but Sean and I have already decided what we're naming our kids. Whether we have a boy or a girl, we have already decided on a name. So I'm curious to see if things change when I actually do become pregnant, to see if we change our minds or whatever. But right now we're pretty gung-ho on the names that we've chosen. So we both agree and are both in love with the names that we have chosen for our future children. But I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but my birth control will be up in exactly 10 months. My birth control will be void and null. It'll be done. So that's hopefully going to be around the time that we are ready to have children. If my birth control, is done, if it reaches that time and we're still not in a good spot, I'm going to be trying to get on some more birth control, or, be looking at another way to keep myself from getting pregnant, because when I get pregnant again, my main goal is to have everybody that we tell be ecstatic and over the moon excited. I want there to be no bad vibes. I want everybody to be so excited. I don't want people to be worried for me like they were in my, pregnancy with Aaliyah. Have you ever heard how Dallas is doing? Does your mom miss having you live at her house? So a couple of weeks ago, my mom told me that, the police showed up at my house, or at, my house in Idaho, at my mom's house. They showed up at my mom's house, because Maggie's on felony probation and stuff. I guess, they were asking about me, they knew who I was, and they knew who Dallas was, and, they were asking, like, you know, how I was doing and blah, 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 and told my mom, like, oh, just so you know, like, if she doesn't know, Dallas is going to prison. He's going to be there for a long time. So apparently Dallas is going to prison, and I don't know what for. I don't care. I don't care to, like, know what's going on with his life. But so yeah, my mom told me that, and then for the first time in 2 years, Dallas tried to add me on Facebook, like, the day after. So I don't know if he went to prison. I don't know, like, if, like, his family just made a new, because it was a new Facebook account. Like, I'm not sure if they, like, made a new Facebook account and are trying to, like, add me on Facebook, because I deleted every single one of them off of my Facebook. And yes, my mom does miss us so much. It's been 5 months since we've been in Oregon, and it's been 8 months since my mom kicked us out. We talk to each other all the time. We talk on the phone, we message each other on Facebook, you know, like, just try to keep in contact. Love you so much. What are your dreams and goals in life, and why? And what are your goals for next year? So my dreams and goals are to just be successful. I just want to be comfortable in life. I don't, you know, I don't want much. I don't want to, you know, be rich and freaking swimming in gold. I just want to be comfortable. I just don't want to struggle anymore. Like, I want to work at a job that I love, you know. I want to make a difference. My inspiration or idol has always been Steve Irwin. I just want to make some sort of difference. Like, I feel like I just, you know, whatever I do in this world, I want to make a difference. I just want to be happy. I just want whatever, wherever I end up, I just want to feel a true, sincere happiness in my heart for whatever I'm doing. Next year, it would be to just kind of keep walking in the direction to try and get me to that goal. How is it living with Sean's sister? Does the baby bug her? Do you pay her to stay there? Will we meet her? Update on your brother and sister, and I'm full of questions, lol. If I'm going to be very bluntly honest, I effing hate living with Sean's sister. I love her as a sister, you know, like, I know that once we get out of here, all of my resentment and frustration is just going to totally, completely wash away, because we're going to be in our own place and it's not going to matter anymore. Aaliyah bugs Rihanna just as much as she bugs anybody else. Aaliyah is very, like, in your face, just like anybody else, like any other toddler, you know. She is in your face, like, and especially Nina, like, she calls Rihanna Nina, and anytime Rihanna is here, Aaliyah is all up in her shit, you know, like, she is, like, just like, you know, how I'm the only person here right now, so Aaliyah obviously wants to come hang out with me and, you know, be all up in my space and stuff. Aaliyah's just like that with Rihanna, and sometimes it does get on Rihanna's nerves. Yes, ever since we've been here, we have been paying, we pay half the rent. If you guys want to, if you guys want me to do a video with Rihanna, then I'm sure she would be all for it. Update on Maggie and Robert, which are my brother and sister. So, Robert, not too sure how he's doing. I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned to you guys, but since he just made it all, like, official, came out, you know, like, it's all out in the air, I'm just gonna come out and say it. My brother is gay. Officially, Facebook official to everyone. I've known since I was pregnant that Robert was gay. He told me, okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the story of how he told me that he was gay. So, I feel like a complete asshole when I look back to it, because all growing up, the family, everybody kind of always, like, joked around about how Robert was feminine, and he was, like, you know, like, he's gay, you know, blah, 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 you know, like, they'd always just joke around with him, and Robert always was really sensitive, and, like, you know, don't fucking say that, you know, like, blah, blah, blah. So, Robert was always, like, really sensitive about that. So, when I was pregnant, there was one day that him and Maggie were sitting in the garage for, like, hours, you know, they were in there forever. And they weren't usually like that, but for those of you who don't know, Maggie is a lesbian, you know, so she's already gone through this. She's already done this, been there, done that. You know? Maggie and Robert were in the garage, and Robert, like, they come out eventually, and I'm, like, sitting there on the laptop. I think I was, like, playing Sims or something. I was, like, on the laptop just, like, doing my thing or whatever, all big and pregnant. And, like, Robert and Maggie come out and they like sit down, and Robert was like, Nicole, I have to tell you something, but you know, I don't want you to like freak out or be an asshole about it or anything. And I was just like, okay, what, you know? And I thought they were just fucking with me because they were in the garage for so long, so I thought they were like coming up with like a, you know, a plan to like fuck with me or something. So like I'm like sitting there, you know, on my laptop, and like Robert comes up and he's just like, so, you know, he tells me like, oh, he has to tell me something, and then he's like, well, so I'm gay. That's fucking gross. Maggie immediately was like, Nicole, what the fuck? That's fucked up. And are you serious? Like, you're really gay? Yeah, I'm really gay. Like, that's fucked up. I can't believe you just said that. And Maggie's over there like, yeah, dude, that's fucked up. I can't believe you just said that. I did not know. I really did not know. I'm so sorry. I thought you were fucking with me. And I was just like sitting there like, it's okay, like, you don't have to be embarrassed, like, that's okay, you know, like, trying to, like, tell him, like, it's okay, don't worry about it, like, I'm sorry, I totally did not mean to come off like that, but, like, what do you say after you just were like, no, that's fucking gross, you know? It's just like, bah, punch yourself in the face. So, let's see, what is there to update on Maggie? While we were in Oregon and stuff, she got arrested again, and I can't even remember, like, what it was for. This time it ended up with her being on felony probation. She almost went to prison. They gave her one last chance to not fuck shit up. They let her out, you know, and like we kept telling them, you know, like I kept like, you know, telling her like, dude, like just do this, stay sober, don't freaking mess up, you know, like just stay sober and I will, you know, like give you a free ride to Oregon, man. Like I'll pay for your rent, I'll pay for it to come pick you up, like I will get you out of Idaho and bring you to Oregon. I just need you to not fuck up. Her parole officer, you know, like even said that like if we had a job set up for her, then she could transfer her probation to Oregon. My boss is all ready for her to freaking start working. It's just the fact of us getting an apartment stressing me out, because I feel like, you know, Maggie is like on the edge to going to prison. I feel like she is gonna go to fucking prison if I don't get her out of Idaho, and that's what really stresses me out, is like the fact that, you know, like I might not ever see my twin sister again because she's gonna go to fucking prison if I can't get her to Oregon. And I know she's a grown-ass woman, but, you know, like, that doesn't change the fact that she's my twin sister. We've been there for, you know, she's been there with me before the beginning of time, you know, and I can't just sit back and let her fucking go to prison. I can't. Then she can start a new life here just like we did. Favorite YouTuber? I actually was gonna do an entire video on this, but since you asked, so first one is Emily Woke. If you guys don't know who that is, she is my inspiration. She is who freaking inspired me to start doing YouTube videos, and I cannot believe it. She like disappeared off YouTube for like ever. She just came back recently and she's pregnant again, and I'm just, oh my god, so excited. She is definitely my all-time favorite YouTube mom. Obviously Brittany and Baby, Haley and Baby, Daily Bumps, but I'm really curious to see how many of my subscribers or how many of my viewers, you know, like watch this one YouTuber specifically I'm about to bring up right now, because she's fucking awesome. Hannah Mojo. That is who I'm talking about, and I am so curious to know how many of my viewers watch her and love her just as much as I do. Are you planning on going back to school, and can you do a day in the life video? Yes, I can do a day in the life video. I plan on doing it sometime soon. Yes, I am planning on going back to school. I have been thinking about it so much lately, and I've really been thinking about going to this community college that's in Roseburg. And I'm also really trying to like prove myself to my bosses, because I really like, I enjoy my job, you know, and I really want to be promoted at one point or another. I want the opportunity to gain management skills, and I've never been like a supervisor or a manager or anything like that at any place that I've worked, and I want to gain that skill. How is Maggie doing? And how is you and your mom's relationship? So I kind of went into Maggie already and how she's doing, but you know, oh, well, I actually don't know if I really did, so I'm just gonna kind of go into that a little bit more. So Maggie, she's doing kind of, you know, better. She's been, you know, like it seems like she's kind of like up and down, you know, like she'll have moments that kind of like where I am, where she'll have moments where she's just really down in the dumps, she's losing herself, she can't fucking, you know, crawl up out of the rut. And then she has days where she's feeling really positive, she's feeling really motivated, you know, things are going good, blah blah blah, you know, and I'm kind of in the same spot. Me and my mom are so close, you know, like I feel like ever since I left Oregon, like I just, oh my god, I miss her so much. Hold on, let me plug my laptop in really quick. So our relationship has definitely gotten stronger since we've left. Before we left Idaho, me and my mom were kind of like, we had a really tense relationship. Like we were kind of like arguing all the time and just not getting along. And ever since we left, like I feel like we both have realized like how much like we miss each other. And after I left, then I feel like that's kind of when we both realized, you know, that all of our issues that we had in Idaho, all of our problems that we were arguing over were super, super small compared to the reality of not being able to see each other in 6 months. So if you guys don't get an apartment or a house, will you move back? I think we're just going to keep trying. We're just going to keep, you know, like doing our best to try and get into a place. I really have faith and hope that we're going to find something that's perfect for us. So I'm just really trying to push for, you know, I'm really trying to push forward, and like I said, I feel like if we went back to Idaho, it would be a step backwards. How's the family, especially Maggie? So I feel like I kind of like covered that, you know, I kind of went over like how everybody's doing and what's been going on, updates and all that fun stuff, and yeah, so I feel like I kind of covered that. Does Aaliyah know anything about her bio father, Dallas? You didn't misspell her name, you got it right. Aaliyah doesn't know anything about Dallas. She has no idea that Sean is not even her real father. As far as Aaliyah knows, Sean is her daddy. She knows nothing of Dallas or his family. Alright, you guys, so that's all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A, and if you guys like it, then make sure you guys let me know in the comments, and go ahead and like my Facebook fan page, and that's where I'll be asking you guys to ask us more questions. So if you guys have any more questions, then that's where you would go to put those questions in. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys go comment, like, subscribe, and request videos. Bye!